The doors loom above you, one step closer to the council, one step closer to divinity. The others must surely be thinking the same. After all, only one of you can ultimately ascend. Time for an honest discussion, perhaps.
The Academy. My Academy. This place was home once. Now I'm not sure what home even means. But I know one thing. I may be the last of my line, but the hope for my people lives on through me. I must try to save them. I must ascend. It is the only way to guarantee that my race will never be snuffed out. Perhaps you do know best. Curious. I was sure I would burst into flames if I ever uttered those words. Oh well. Come, Godwoken. Let's claim your destiny.
We're finally here, on the doorstep of divinity. Merits a word, doesn't it? After all, only one of us can become the new divine. But don't worry, I won't stand in your way. From the moment you came back for me on that ship, I knew you were special. You've proven it time and again.
She kisses you on the cheek.
You will be the new divine. I will remain myself. All I ever wanted, really.
So, I guess this is it. I can't see two ways about it. I need to be myself again. Finally. I can't risk getting shut out by this demon. It wants to keep me quiet. To rule in place of me. I need to make sure I'm strong enough that it can never seize control again. I won't let it make me silent in my own skin. I need to ascend. Let's do this.
So, this is the ancient academy of the Eternals.
I suspect it has seen better days.
A bit like your...
The Voidwoken rears its head as you approach, its beady eyes looking past you. You glance over your shoulder and see Fane staring at it, transfixed. You! The Voidwoken hisses as Fane approaches. It calls him traitor, but it calls him brother too. Fane's drive to uncover the universe's secret saw the Eternals cast into the void. His hubris saw his people turned into Voidwoken. But the Voidwoken offers him a chance to redeem himself, to rejoin his people. If he accepts the God King's covenant, all will be forgiven. The Voidwoken claims that the Eternals can return to this world, that Fane can be home again. The skeleton looks back at you.
I'm sorry, Godwoken. I cannot turn my back on them again. This is the solution I was looking for. I accept, brother. I will be with my people once more.
A Voidwoken stares intently at you. This creature seems different. It sways with a sinewy purpose. Intelligence glints in its eyes.
Step back, Hanola. The time of mortals draws to a close. We have returned to claim what is ours. We have returned to claim the world. All mortals are thieves. You have stolen our world. All the world is ours. We are not the void, mortal. We are of the world. You are of the void. When we were banished, you were made. You owe your entire existence to us. You owe us everything. We were betrayed by the 7 usurpers. They took our powers and used them to create you. They sent us to the void and thought we'd never return. They were wrong. And now they will face the wrath of the king. They were little more than local barons, until Fane the traitor found the veil. In their greed, the 7 tore its fabric. This gave them power. It made them gods. And it let the void into the world, and saw us banished to its clutches. You left us no choice. We had no other tools. We shall return, and then we shall cast out the void. Do not resist us. We shall be who we once were, and the world shall be restored to what it was before we were betrayed. Because of that betrayal, you exist. Because of what was stolen from us, you exist. Because of the powers we lost, you exist. We will have them back. But we will not fight your husk, mortal. The time will come when the thieving coward inside of you must step out. If it can still walk, you shall end then.
So, this is the ancient academy of the Eternals.
I suspect it has seen better days.
A bit like yourself.
The Voidwoken rears its head.
You.
The Voidwoken feigns drop, but the Voidwoken claims that the Eternals can return to this world.
I'm sorry, brother. I cannot. I cannot see this land destroyed just so we can rebuild our more imperfect world. I have a new home now.
Very well, traitor. Side with your mortal pets. Share their fate.
A Voidwoken stares intently at you. This creature seems different. It sways with a sinewy purpose. Intelligence glints in its eyes.
Step back, Hanola. The time of all mortal. When we were banished, you were made. We were betrayed, but they were little. You do not. We shall be who we because of, but we will not. You shall end then.
What you were told hangs in the air like a noxious cloud. The Voidwoken were Eternals, robbed of their source in order to create you. They allied themselves with the Void so they could return.
My people. What have they done to you? This cannot stand. You must be restored.
I can understand their anger if not their methods. Revenge should be exact, not indiscriminate.
Suddenly, it all makes sense. Folks will do anything to survive. Who could blame them?
automaton still and silent before you. A faint glow pulsates from within its chest cavity, dormant perhaps. A compartment in the side of the contraption appears to be empty. There's a part missing. The capacitor sparks and fizzles. Then, the pulsating light begins circulating throughout the automaton. It rises. The automaton looms above you. A lone, glowing eye takes you in dispassionately.
Hello, Godwoken.
The automaton peers in close at your face.
You are a fine specimen. Most fine. Your arrival is long overdue. This is the Academy. It is a place of great learning. I am the Seneschal. I serve both those who teach and those who come to learn. Those like you. Allow me to show you. The Academy exists to help unveil the divine from amongst the Godwoken. You must enter the temple, then prove yourself in the arena of the One. It's quite simple. Defeat all others. Godwoken should be able to enter without issue. It seems that the Academy has been impeded due to neglect or interference. I appear to have been tampered with. Whoever is responsible may have caused similar damage elsewhere. Apologies, Godwoken. I trust you will be able to overcome any difficulties.
I can understand this reads, "In the footsteps of the Eternals," but what that means remains to be seen. Interesting. It may still be in working order.
The spirit of a robed woman casts a critical eye over you.
You're less robust than I'd wish, Godwoken. You truly should have put more of an effort into developing your strength. I can help to bolster you. One last lesson in strength. There is a price, unfortunately. To excel at one skill is to neglect another. Improving your strength will sap your wits. Do you accept?
A dark look crosses the spirit's face.
Lucian the Divine himself paid us a visit. We feasted with him. He raised a toast to his old teachers. But little did we realize he was poisoning us. He left us to die, then turned on our pupils. Why would he sabotage the path of his successors? It's not for me to understand the actions of the Divine, no matter how murderous they are. Now, I can still do something to bolster your strength. Do you wish for me to help you?
You pause. Lucian was the Divine. Why would he want to harm anyone in the Academy, from where his successor ought to rise?
Oh, why do humans do anything? The man was probably driven mad with power. An Eternal would have no such issues.
Even an assassin like myself recoils from a divine rejoicing in slaughter.
Hard to believe the Divine did all that. Hardly worthy of the title, if you ask me.
The spirit of a dwarf gives you an incongruously cheery smile, given his circumstances.
Who do we have here? A new Godwoken. Why, what a pleasure it is to meet you. Just what was that? Have you made no effort at all on developing your constitution? You're about as charming as a dog with worms. A lesson is in order, I think. An emergency lesson. If you wish, I can do what I can to bolster your limp charms. Be warned, though. There's an opportunity cost in self-improvement. What you gain in constitution will likely be lost from elsewhere. Intelligence, I would assume.
The spirit of a dwarf woman scowls at you like you dealt her some grave insult while she was alive.
Godwoken, you have no right to be here. Leave!
The spirit sighs and shakes her head.
Terrible. It is you who is lacking authority, Godwoken. A lesson is in order, I think. Now, I may be able to steel you a little more in preparation for the trials to come. Improving your authority will cause your strength to suffer, however. That is the cost of molding yourself into a true leader. Do you accept? A wise choice. My knowledge is yours, Godwoken. Go and make use of it. My energy is sapped, and my knowledge has been imparted. Continue on your way, Godwoken.
Godwoken, come, time is short. Let's see how you measure up. Good. Very good. Normally I would test my pupils' acumen here, but I can sense that yours is well developed. An educator's intuition, let's say. There's always room for improvement, however, and I believe I can muster one final lesson. Intellect and reasoning come before all, of course. You must sacrifice an amount of learning in some other area in order to glean what I have to offer. Your sense of finesse, a fair bargain, true intelligence in exchange for a degree of sociability. Do you? It is done. My knowledge is yours. Use it wisely. The correct answer, by the way, was false.
Godwoken, it has been too long. My hope was dwindling. Tell me, do you have your wits about you for the trials to come? Here, let me see. It is greater than the gods, yet also more evil than the void. The poor have it, the rich need it, and if you eat it, you will die. What is it? Oh, clever. Book clever, it seems. Not the same as true wits, but useful nonetheless. Allow me to reward your efforts. One last lesson to sharpen your wits. But be warned, equal mastery in all skills is nigh on impossible. This lesson in wits will require a sacrifice, a degree of your constitution. Good. Take my knowledge and use it wisely on your path, Godwoken. Farewell.
The spirit of a dwarf gives you an
Who do we have here? A new Godwoken. Why, what a pleasure. A lesson is... Be warned, though. Consider it done.
Godwoken, I'm afraid there's nothing I can teach you to help with what lies ahead. Perhaps one of the others can still be of service.
Perhaps we can harness its power somehow. An ancient library. I feel right at home.
And I thought I was the only reader here.
I must check on the Chancellor.
The spirit of a
I admire your enthusiasm. But I'm just about to close the gap. Oh, come all the... I will not. I am...
the ghost.
You're... I will not.
You are Leonard Rawle. You are a Godwoken and a thief. You keep your secrets well, even from yourself. You are Leonard Rawle, Godwoken, thief. If you can't earn a place in Lucian's shadow, you're going to steal it. You think you'll find advantage in the Forbidden Library. But first you have to steal the keys. Your tutors have one each, but you can't risk getting caught. You'd earn yourself a trip to the Chancellor's chamber. One from which your best friend, Redulus, was your rival. You knew that he was weak. You made sure the Chancellor knew it too. And while your friend was in the Chancellor's secret room, you stole the capacitor from the Chancellor's own table. But then you heard a noise. You heard the sound of your best friend's murder. You fled. You hid the capacitors you had taken and set out to steal the rest. You were lurking here, plotting, when you were overtaken with a sense of love. You felt at peace. You felt Lucian's hand on your shoulder. You did not feel the sword blade enter your back. A hunger rises deep within you, a desire for the spirit source. This yearning is not yours, but it demands satisfaction. The hunger dies away, for now. Her memories, you are redless and a gentle pains, believing it, she knows. An elegant, she freezes, she turns and your god. The ghost's met. He's wrong. You are can, and as you turn and fleet, a hunger rises. The hunger.
I must check on the Chancellor. Which one came next? Ah, yes. Good. Very good. Now back to the study.
His memory come. You hear Lucian, the great divine. His Redulus awakens.
Welcome to the Forbidden Library. To Redulus, the god.
A thought arrives from hunger rises deep. The hunger. The lovers, she smiles at you in gratitude. Redulus gives. They turn to each other.
Come on now.
You are Leonard Rawle. You are a godwoken and a thief. You are Leonard, but first you have to. The hunger. Candor still think you are and as you turn and flee. The hunger. you feel lightheaded. The gods now seem like tyrants, feeding upon their worshippers' source, like their cattle raised to be slaughtered.
Raised as cattle? Not at all. Cattle are worth so much more to their owners. This is callous, even for the Seven.
Gods have a different vantage point from our own. Perhaps their actions will prove to be quite justified should we know their true reasons.
Your time will come, and sooner than you think.
Attend to your studies.
The phantom bird pecks at the stone beneath her with a scarred and blood-flecked beak. She glowers up at you with one gimlet eye.
Student of the arena, are you? Or master? Very nice. But to be a master, one must master one's own kind. Tell me this, have you mastered any...
The phantom bird pecks...
Student or master? You even beat Murga in Driftwood. That little firecracker was always my favorite. I have an even greater challenge for you. Beyond lies an eternal construct of great destructive force. There, you can prove in trial by combat that you are indeed the one I have waited for.
An automaton, massive and imposing, creaks to life as you approach.
You must leave. I am an automaton. I recognize and respond. Do not presume that I have self-awareness. Now, you must leave. You are not divine. You must leave or die. You can not win this fight.
Have you completed my challenge? Have you felled the construct? My congratulations on becoming the singular Godwoken to follow the ancient rituals of the arena. You are now the one.
The spirit ruffles her feathers and stares deeply into your eyes. You feel a powerful energy flood through you, a powerful energy that stays with you.
Happy are those who feast on the fallen. Welcome back, most avid practitioner. Though my heart urges you to go forth.